Hey everyone, welcome to my QUBE 2 in-depth tutorial regarding most glitches used in the run. I'll be going into as much detail as possible, trying to explain how to do it and why it works as good as I can, but if I'm forgetting something or something is unclear, I'm always happy to answer any comments or DMs. Let's get started with the basics of the most broken feature in this game. Jump assist. So if you enable jump assist in accessibility settings and aim on either a ledge that isn't the same ledge you're standing on, or something that's slightly higher than what you're standing on, it will show a marker to allow you to jump. Sometimes this isn't the case, for example most sand always allows you to jump, no matter what angle or where, and sometimes it doesn't allow you to jump at all. There are also special cases, such as dispensers, pressure plates, grate pipes, this, I'm not sure why this is here, doors, lamps, and most importantly, particles. Now, how this actually becomes useful is if you put the marker anywhere and turn it off, more commonly called MP or marker placement, then the marker will actually stay. If you then go somewhere else, turn it back on and spam click jump while going out of the menu, you will go to where the marker is while keeping your height, also called JT or jump teleportation. One very important thing to remember, however, is that once you MP, you won't be able to jump. If you do, then the marker will disappear and you'll have to go back and place it again. Seeing that it allows you to keep your height, you're able to do some really wild things with it. For example, you can place a marker underneath a platform, get enough height to be above the platform, JT, and you're on top of it. Place a marker on the roof of something, get down to the ground level and JT inside. Or even place a marker right outside a puzzle room to instantly continue without having to walk out. Alright, now that the basics of placing and using marker have been established, let's get into the difficult parts. The first part is SmokeyStack. It's called that way because it's such a massive discovery and Tazelda recommended to name it after the person that found it, which was me. So the principle of SmokeyStack is that markers can be placed on particles. What you do to achieve this is look at a wall and make sure you have the proper angle. This angle is somewhat hard to get at first and changes depending on how far away you are from the wall. If you're standing right up against the wall, the angle ranges from -49 to about -67. You're obviously only able to see this with the QUBE 2 trainer. I'll leave a download link for it in the description. Having the trainer makes everything a lot easier to understand and practice as well, so I highly recommend it either way. Anyway, after getting the angle, you want to put a particle on the wall. Usually this will be with the delete button, which for me is Q. To do it, just press delete and escape or pause at the exact same time. It is a 2-frame window for it to work. You can tell if it worked listening to the sound that it makes. If you don't hear the sound at all, or if the sound keeps playing while in the menu, that means it worked. If you hear even a tiny bit of sound before going to the pause menu, that means you paused too late. However, sometimes on certain walls the delete particles don't appear, so then you have to use the place cube or interact button instead. For me, that is left or right mouse button. You only want to use them on walls that require that though, since the timing is much harder to pull off than delete. After that, simply do the same as normal by turning jump assist off, and if your timing was correct, the marker should now be at an angle on the wall. This is insanely used for a multitude of reasons. For example, there's no way to place a marker above the chapter 7 tunnel, but with SmokeyStack you can place it on the wall and skip chapter 6 entirely. Or placing it on a wall under a ledge that doesn't have any extruding blocks. Or to simply make some setups easier by using it to replace an annoying marker placement. Now we get to what breaks the game even further, marker storage, or MS for short. This glitch allows you to make your marker be linked with any object in the game, simply by jumping on them with jump assist. After being linked, it will follow all properties of the object that it is linked with. For example, if the object moves 500 units left, the marker no matter where it is will move 500 units left with it. Obviously, this can be extremely broken in a ton of ways. For example, placing a marker in front of a door, then pushing it through so you can jump straight through a generator. But of course you can use jump assist on basically anything in this game, meaning you can place storage on basically anything in the game. And that is where it gets very confusing. Obviously, basically all decoration doesn't move, so placing storage on it sounds kind of useless. But that's where unload marker storage, or UMS for short, comes in. Whenever you storage on an object, which then afterwards get unloaded, your marker will start doing some very funky things. Sometimes it will go to around the world's origin, which is x0 and z0. And other times it will go to the object origin, which is different from every object, but easy to show and understand with an orange block. As you can see, whenever an orange block extrudes, it originates from the white panel. If I put MS on it and place my marker at the tip, then press Q to delete it, you can see that the marker shoots to the white panel, because that is where the orange block's origin was. It doesn't stop there, however. The distance between where you put storage and where you place the marker will be the same after the unload. So if I place storage on the tip of the orange block, then the marker here diagonally a bit further away, it will be the same distance after the orange block unloads. This is easier shown with a top-down view. This also happens whenever storage throws a marker to the world's origin. It's just harder to notice because of the seemingly random location that the marker goes to. As you can see, I put the storage on the orange block, then after that I teleport to a specific location to place my marker. This makes it so that the offset is perfect from x0 and z0 to the coordinates right in front of the generator. I'll visualize it better with this image. By putting storage here and then placing the marker here, you can see the distance between the storage position and the marker position. And then this is where I end up, right in front of the generator. You can see that the offset lines are identical, just shifted over to x0 and z0. There's still a lot more to this glitch, but it would literally be impossible to go over everything since it's such a diverse and weird glitch. So let's finally move on to the next final glitch. This last one is called glue. It's very simple and self-explanatory, but I'll still give some examples. You can do this by looking at any white panel, pressing and holding place cube with any of the three colors. Then switching to any of the other colors and releasing the place cube button. This will place both colors on one panel, allowing you to, for example, launch a green cube from any white panel. That can be useful for things like getting more height to do a good jump teleportation up to another platform. Or to straight up open impact doors to skip the whole puzzle. And that's about everything. I hope I explained everything well enough to make you understand the basics of what goes into speedrunning Cube 2. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to either leave them in comments or join the Cube 2 speedrunning Discord. You'll always be able to get help there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.